Let's talk about God inside the circle. Now, before we do this, I want to point out that anyone, anywhere, could draw a circle around them and stand inside it and repeat some strange sounding words, do some bizarre gestures, light some incense, call out some strange names, and claim it's magic. To a strong degree, that is exactly only what has been taught. That is exactly only what is being put out and pushed at bookstores. Most people within the occult would never assume that the science of magic is only a fraction of what is the true religion behind ceremonial magic in particular, but magic as a whole. I think the best way is just to show you. This is a circle. Okay? Like, Bearheart, it's a circle. It's a circle. Now, when you do your magical operations, you stand inside the circle. Okay? This is you, and this is your barrier. Now, what you've really done is you have created a miniature multi-universe where you stand at the center of this universe. You are God within this circle. You are God within this miniature universe. You are a miniature God within a miniature universe. This is the outside physical world around you, and now this is the universe that you have created. Now look at this symbol. If you know your planetary symbols, this is now also the planetary symbol of the sun. Now, maybe you understand why sun worship or solar deities are so important. Because a magician, or what we might say a god or prime creator, makes this metaphysical symbol in all things that they do. They become the center of the universe, where prime creator is the center of this entire universe. In a quite literal sense, we become miniaturized prime creators in our own little universes. And when we step inside that circle, we become the center. That is why the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram is so important, especially in the beginning, because you are growing your astral body to encompass and become the center of a universe. Do you see how this is all multi-layered? Fantastically multi-layered. This is in no book. I mean, and I've looked. I've got grimoires that most people have never heard of before, and all the ones they have. And this is the stuff that they don't talk about. This is the stuff that the Illuminati has purposely, on purpose, made sure that 99.9% of all people interested in the occult will never hear. And I'm going to give it to you for free, because it's time that magic takes a whole new meaning. This is the religion of the science of magic. Okay? When you step inside this circle, you become a miniaturized God. Now, here's another thing that you should definitely know. Okay? If this doesn't look familiar to you, we're in trouble. I'm not going to make all the connections, but this should suffice. All right, this is the tree of life, okay? This is the highest, the holy. That is Kether, the crown. That is Malkuth, the kingdom. All right. Do a little spear for Mars. All right. We'll do a scepter for Jupiter over here. All right. Now this is up here. When you draw the circle, okay, this, actually, here's interesting. This right here is the center, right there, of the tree of life. I could draw a lot of things. Oh, here, I'll just show you guys this one. See the cross? With the solar symbol in the middle? That's Jesus on the cross. About 10 million years before Christianity. Okay? There you go. There's the spear that pierced Jesus' side. Jupiter is also seen as a half cup. Also, the cup that caught his blood. I could do about a 7-hour video on that alone. I'm not going to, but just to show you. Okay. We are dealing with, as we draw the circle, we are dealing with this right here. We're dealing with this high pyramid. Kether, Chokmah, and Binah. Okay? You're starting here. Okay? As you stand inside the circle, you are channeling all the possibilities of Kether, or Uranus. That is the planetary sphere of Uranus, which is Kether. Right here and right there. You are channeling all the possibilities into possibilities now with the potential to be manifested. So you stand, let me draw it here. This is that unactual all possibilities of God form, the highest, the highest. You become now the channel as you go into Chokmah, as you actualize that you are a miniature God. You become a channel for all that energy. Okay? What's interesting here is that Chokmah's symbol is a double-handed wand. A double-headed wand. Interesting. Ooh. Okay, now, because you are that outpouring of energy, you need something that's going to contain it and give it structure. Structure. So, you unite. You go into what is Saturn, which is Binah. Okay? Chokmah is, I'm more comfortable with the zodiac. Other people are more comfortable with Neptune. I'm okay with either one. Alright? The symbol for Saturn is a cup, a chalice, to hold energy. Do you begin to see? Interesting. Now, not only are you operating as a channel for all possibility, and now your circle is containing all possibility, you are also now splitting yourself into a duality of divine masculine, divine feminine. Do you see how powerful this is? And you are now completing a circuit. A circle is really two triangles, has the same radius. That's why this symbol is such a powerful occultic symbol. Has nothing to do with the Rothschilds, although they stole it. Has nothing to do with the Star of David, although they stole it. This existed long before any of those guys. And this becomes the Makurba as a vehicle to transmit yourself to see the face of God. Huh? Right here. They're both the same thing. So, we have a circle, we have a rod, we have a triangle. Now, we talk about the watchtowers, okay? The watchtowers are really quadrants. And those are in the circle, those are outside the circle as well. Now, even though you don't ever actually draw a square, you can, and there are times that you would do that. A circle, well, let me double back. I'm going to hold off on that one quite yet. I'm not going to go into it. But a square represents the 4 quadrants. These are sometimes called the watchtowers. What you are doing when you are casting a circle, or you are becoming the sum total of 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 sephira. You are becoming all these things. And you're right here. You are becoming a physical, living manifestation of the tree of life. You are becoming that inside the circle, and you are holding that energy as you create your miniature universe. Because you are that, because you are now the sun of your miniature universe, as you are the center of it, you are the force, the form, the structure, the great, the I am, and the decider and destroyer of your miniature universe. You have become God inside the circle. This is so fucking profound. So amazingly profound that you need to meditate on all of this. And I'm kind of going fast because there's so much that I want to say about each particular thing that I'm worried I'm going to get off track. And in fact, in some cases, I think if I even deviate a little bit, I'm totally going to get off track. Okay? So, when you draw a circle around yourself, when you step inside a circle to perform a magical operation, you are essentially becoming the planetary symbol of the sun, as you are now the center of your own miniature universe. You are making the connections of the highest triangle on the tree of life, the most sacred of the trinities. You have the prime creator, you have God energy, and you have goddess energy in its most pure form. Now, prime creator is not with gender, but not without gender either. I have seen a representation of Prime Creator as I held Prime Creator as the most shining, beautiful baby ever. And I just couldn't help myself. I just wept at its beauty. And it was so profound that a being of this power would represent itself in such a vulnerable way. And this was such a lesson to me to say, you hold this kind of power, but look what kind of injury you could do to it. Look what mankind can do to this kind of power. That should be very humbling. So you have male, female, all channeled right into the circle. You are holding those aspects. You are becoming a living representation of that tree. Let me show you something else. You have Kether, Chokmah, Binah, Hest, Geburah, Tepareth, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, And you have Malkuth. That wasn't the best drawing of it ever, but I want to show you. Check this out. I'm going to redo it. I got to get this lined up better. Runs through all the universe. Femininity runs throughout all the universe. It's the same tree, slightly different emphasis. Slightly different. Goddess, God. Any religion, Christianity, that would seem and sometimes very openly suggest that God is only masculine is out of balance, out of whack, and hell-bent to becoming schizophrenic. When in fact their entire religion, their entire religious base happens right here. With Malkuth, which is the kingdom, because Jesus is what? The king? King of earth. And then you have heaven, king of heaven. Oh, I'm not going to get into it, because, wow, I'm going to go off on a major tangent. But that is the crucifix right there. That is the crucifixion. I don't know how much older, by leaps and leaps and bounds older, is this tradition than Christianity. There was no mention of Jesus then, okay? This is the science of Magick, okay? This is the religion of Magick. The religion means imitation of your God upon the earth. Imitation of your God upon the earth. You are imitating all that is this inside your own little personal circle. And there are millions and millions and millions of other people with their own spheres of influence, because that's what this is a sphere of influence, operating as God or goddess, as queen or king of their circle. Now here's the interesting thing. As you develop your sense of what you're doing, like I said, anyone can draw a circle, but it is the awareness of what's happening while you are inside that circle that makes this so powerful. If you are male, there is a counterpart feminine that exists, that is real, that is you, but it is an astral feminine quality that will at some point manifest herself to you. If you are female, it will be a masculine energy. That is your direct reflection, because all things are polaric in nature. Just because you stand in the circle doesn't mean that there is not a reflection of you somewhere else. That is not an opposite, but is a gender polarity of you. Okay? Because you have both these high energies flowing down inside you, okay, to you, channeling you. All right? The world around you, well, okay, we'll get into it. The world around you is the square. Okay? That is that checkerboard thing that we talk about sometimes. That's black and white. I don't know. It's going to be, whatever. It's black and white. This is the grand chessboard, the game board that you stand on. Okay? That you are opening the sphere on. The eternal watchers, sometimes called the guardians, or Wicca likes to call them the guardians of air, fire, earth, and water. It's correct and it's not correct. But this is the reflection of that. So you have the circle, the rod, the triangle, and the square. All that is present in Magick in all forms. The rod is the outpouring energy. The triangle is the collecting energy. And the square is the building structure energy. The circle is the all potential catalyst enclosure, egg type ideal of exploding open, sending things out to be collected and then formed into a structure. Okay? This is also, it relates to your physical body too, but I'm not going to get into that quite yet. I want you guys to focus more on an energetic aspect of it, and then later we can talk about the physical aspects of it. When you call upon the watchtowers, you are calling upon lords of the physical world, lords that are closest to the physical realm, but are still part of the astral world, that can hold and protect and watch over better the things that would be most likely to bother you in ritual. Now, you've always done your lesser banishing ritual, the pentagram. That will hold things at bay, and in fact, that's how you open a space for you to now begin to channel Prime Creator down, and then Prime Creator, as Prime Creator gets brought down a level, Prime Creator splits into ultimate masculinity, ultimate female, and then just filters down all the way. Yes, the whole tree of life filters down into you, and you stand not on Malkuth, but slightly above it in the astral world, because Yesod, we'll just use this one. Yesod, oh, we'll go here. Yesod is the astral world, and right above the physical world. So Yesod is sometimes viewed as sandals, so you're not actually touching the physical world, you're kind of right above it, all right? It's the same ideal. You're standing just outside the scope of the physical world. Inside your circle is considered the astral. And as you dissipate the circle and all that flushes out, and then it manifests into the square. I hope this is making sense. I want to introduce the idea first. Okay? I want to introduce this idea first so you guys can begin to think about it. And you can begin to kind of see where it relates. And then I can get more specific. But your first step, I want you to start right here. Circle. That is totality. Yeah, I know it's just a circle, but all things within it and all things outside of it. Do you see how everything within it could be a manifestation of all things around, or like outside of it? It's a circle within a circle within a circle within a circle, each encompassing some other different particular layer, an awareness of something else, but all in the same circles. And you just happen to be right in the focus point of them all. This kind of looks like a cell, right? There's a reason for that. Okay? Focus on standing inside a circle and getting the relationship between you are a minor reflection of something greater, of the greatest of the great. You are a minor reflection of that. And as you channel that energy down, you become a unrealized, now realized, all possibilities. And so that creates your wand. That's your wand. Now you need something to hold that outpouring of energy. So you turn to Saturn. Now you have your chalice. Okay? Outpouring energy, something to contain it. Now that you've realized of your polarities of God and Goddess, you connect the circuit. Now you are the triangle of manifestation of the highest. Prime Creator, God, Goddess, all within the circle. In fact, you can draw this point of circle. I mean, there are 365 potentials of triangles inside the circle alone. That sacred geometry plays a gigantic part in this. If it's confusing, let me know. I'm trying really hard to break it down so you guys understand that there is a huge, huge importance, not how you draw the circle, but what you're doing when you do it. That will create a paradigm shift for you, a magical ideal of thinking that will blow your socks off when you finally get it. Concentrate, meditate on the circle, meditate on the wand, meditate on the triangle, and meditate on the square. All these things exist. You are all that. And that is a reflection of the tree of life too. All those energies make up the tree of life. So here we go. Air, fire, water, earth. It's all there. I promise you. It's all there. And you're all there inside it. Let me know.